Today we are talking rosewood, bodies and necks, so stick around. Hey everybody, it is Aaron at Warmoth, and this hunk of chocolatey goodness is a Warmoth Telecaster replacement body made of rosewood, solid rosewood, with actually a little stripe of maple right down the center. And this is part of a limited run, a very limited run, of Rosewood Telecaster replacement bodies that we are releasing right now. We've also done a few rosewood necks, and you're also going to see kind of a little push in the in-stock showcase of guitar bodies made of other woods but with rosewood lamb tops. And the reason we're doing this is because rosewood is one of those woods, sort of like koa, that it's just no longer available enough to make it a standard part of our offering, to make it a standard menu option. And so we hold it back a little bit to do limited runs from time to time, and that is what is happening right now. And so we have 5 of these bodies, 5 tele replacement bodies made of rosewood, and they're done in sort of a George Harrison style where they have the rosewood front, and the rosewood back, and then right down the middle, sandwiched right in there, is a thin stripe of maple. Just such a nice touch. And they all are in clear satin finish. We also have a very small, did I already say there's only 5 of these? There's only 5 of these. We also have a very small number of rosewood necks, and then the lamb tops that you'll see in the in-stock showcase. And if you want some other body besides a tele replacement body, whether it's a Stratocaster replacement body or a Meadowhawk or some other body in rosewood, we actually have held back a few blanks to do other bodies. So give us a call, and if we still have those blanks, we'll be happy to make you a rosewood body in some other shape that you prefer. But usually we've found that when we do rosewood, people want the Telecaster replacement bodies. And the process that these bodies go through to be manufactured is way more complicated than most people think. They're all chambered for weight relief. And we actually prepared some videos. I prepared a video tutorial or a video walkthrough on the manufacturing process. So check this out. So the first step obviously is to trace the body shape out on the blanks. And because this is sandwiched in the middle with the maple, you have like 2 blanks. You've got a front blank and a back blank. And right here she is marking the center line. With this dark wood, the center line sometimes can get a little hard to see, but you've got to make sure the center line is marked perfect when you get ready to drill these holes. These are the index holes. They're actually outside the perimeter of the body, but they're still on the blank so that you can line all these pieces up together. And so she'll drill these holes on the front blank, the back blank, and the middle piece. So there you can see that they're laid out back and front. And these are the maple sheets that she'll use in the middle. And again, she's tracing that and drilling the holes so that all 3 pieces will line up. And then this is rough cutting out the shape on the top blank, the back blank, and the maple that goes in the middle. And you can see that when she's cutting out that little maple veneer, she's got another piece of wood underneath it for stability while she cuts it. And then on to the CNC stage. And this is actually great because there's such a wide, I guess you'd call it a misunderstanding about how CNCs are incorporated into guitar manufacturing. So many people think that you just like dump wood in one side of a big machine and it spits out guitars in the other. But you saw there that there's an actual human being operating this thing. And there's a ton of work that's done just by hand. As it's cutting out these chambers on the back blank, you'll notice that that little skirt is raised up. Normally that skirt is down to block all the wood shavings from flying everywhere, but we've got it raised up so you can see what's going on in this video, and then we're just using pressurized air to blow it out of the way. And then of course in between each step you sand the blanks to make sure that any little rough edges are gone. Now this is routing out the top blank. And those little red and blue hoses that you see there are what create a vacuum and suck the wood down onto the pedestal to hold it perfectly stationary while the CNC routes out all the chambers. And even that little veneer, once it comes off, it gets just lightly sanded to make sure that there's no rough edges in those chambers especially. And here she's actually going to glue the pieces together. And this actually, you've got to pay attention to what you're doing, not just to make sure that everything is evenly glued, but also you don't want any little pieces of wood falling down and getting trapped in those chambers, or you're going to end up with a very expensive maraca at the end. So she spreads out the glue evenly, makes sure there's nothing down in the chambers, and then you can see she's got little wooden dowels where those holes were drilled to make sure everything lines up correctly, and then she puts it in the clamp while it dries. Once it dries, it goes back to another CNC machine that's operated by a human person. Normally those doors stay closed, but we're opening them up so you can see what's going on. And here's where it's going to really cut out the outside perimeter and all the details that make it look like a guitar body. And there's one pass for the back, which you can see happening right now. CNC machine will go grab whatever particular bit it needs for the cut it's making. And then we do another pass for the top. Here's where it will cut out the neck pocket and the cavities for the pickups and the bridge route that the human being specifies in the beginning. And again, you can see the red and blue hoses that provide the suction to hold it in place. And it looks like he's shooting it there. He's just using air to blow away all the sawdust so that you can see what's happening. Next, we put the brand in the heel like we do on every Warmoth body. And then here he's drilling the wiring channels. And right here he's drilling the wiring channel for the grounding wire that goes under the bridge, and then off to all the various sanding stations. A lot of handwork going in here on all these various stations with these little jigs that are all made, you know, purpose made for whatever little particular part of the body is being worked on. And even after all this is done, all this sanding that is done with tools, we get down. It actually gets to a point where it's hand sanded, which you're going to see here in just a sec. Right here, you can see people actually hand sanding these bodies, doing all the fine work by hand. And that's a good shot of our whole body department back there. You can see all the various stations. And then here we are cutting the side jack hole. It goes through into the control cavity. Next up is the finish department, where it's base coated first, and then what you're seeing here is we're sanding the base coat. And then finally, the culmination of everything, it gets the satin top coat. Of course, it looks gloss here because it's wet, but it dries to satin and looks like the beautiful guitar that you see me holding now. And that is the Rosewood limited run. Like I said, there's only 5 of these, or if you want some other shape, give us a call. We have a very limited number of Rosewood blanks available for other body shapes. Also the necks, don't forget to check out those. All available at the Warmoth website. If you have more questions or you want to order a body in a different shape, give our customer service reps a call. They're always eager to help. And until next time, keep on picking.